Okay, it's a video for the Kiwi Ears DOLCE. This is a $25 set. It is a set that's comparable to the 7Hz Zero and the KZ DQ6s, which are two very different sets, which is why they're both popular, because they're not alike. It's not redundant. This is a set that is unlike both of those sets, which is really its appealing sell point. It has bass that's closer to my collaboration, and it has treble that is unlike the other two. It's got more energy, but it's got extension like the other two, so if you don't like stuff that falls away, this would be good. It also has bass that's similar to my collab. It's lacking in the sub bass, but when it comes to stuff like Big Boy Kill Jill, bass guitars, drums, it sounds fine. It does sound bass emphasized. This is a V-shaped set. Before I continue, this is our Audio Neon Pro. I'm going to do a no earphone left behind video for it because it's a really good set. It's about 800 bucks. I got a slight discount on it, but I paid, I think, 700 something for it. I'm going to give this away to somebody that comments below this video. You got to be a subscriber. Like would kind of help. Now moving back to this, that'll be coming up. Suggestions for comparisons if you want. This does stuff like electric guitar. And it makes vocals sound different than the Zero and also the KZ DQ6s. And again, it's got extension that goes all the way off. I'm really not a big supporter of what goes on in this hobby, which is unavoidable because I need content for my channel, as do other people. So you're going to review stuff that's really kind of the same as other things that you've reviewed. But as far as recommending you buy something that you essentially already have, not a big fan of that. Doesn't make sense, number one, and it's kind of wasting money. So if you've got a Harman tune set, dynamic, budget, then move on. You try something else. Try a different type of driver, try a different type of combo, try a different type of tuning. This would be something that you might not have in your library because you look at the graph and you think that's got a little bit too much. Let me go ahead and see if I can pull that up. Close that. Close that. It's got a little too much ear gain. It's got a little bit too much energy. Then other people look at that and say, that looks nice, looks kind of spicy. I think I could use that on my library. Stuff like electric guitars. I'm actually looking at Earth, Wind & Fire right now that has a lot of horns in it. Sounds better on this set than it does on the other two sets that I've been talking about so far. The 7Hz Zero is kind of very close to a monitor, something that you could legit do some producing with because it doesn't really emphasize too much bass. It's not an unnaturally boosted gain. It doesn't have a precipitous roll off that would take away from harmonics or a sense of space. You could produce with that. You couldn't do that with the KZ DQ6s because it's got too much bass, but it's got extension and it's found a huge niche in the community. This is something that is not a copy of those two sets. This is different from that, and it plays stuff like the horns on Earth, Wind & Fire. Let me tip this up so you can actually see the library. Plays that better than my collab. I think it plays it more energetic and like it a live show than the 7Hz Zero. This is the same thing that happens with piano keys with Elton John. It happens with Nirvana. The vocals in Fleetwood Mac, male and female vocals, both sound more lively. I don't know if we'd say that's more authentic, but it definitely sounds kind of more present. It's not forward. It's not an abrupt gain that's jumping in your face, but vocals are definitely more pronounced than either of the other two sets that I've repeatedly mentioned in this video. Again, it's got enough bass for this portion of my library. It's particularly suited for stuff like the electric guitars with distortion pedals. Jimi Hendrix, for example, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and stuff like that. The Scorpions, AC/DC. Any rock band that's got a guitarist that likes to step on pedals, which is really all of them, it sounds better on this set than it does on my collab or the 7Hz Zero because it's giving you that extra energy in that region. So do I recommend this set? Do you have the 7Hz Zero and like it, or do you have the KZ DQ6s and you like it, but you don't have a lot of money and you want to make decisions that are worth your money and not something you already have, same face? This would be something that I would suggest to you. I almost didn't do a video for it, and that would be a tragedy because I'm also harping like somebody named Goober that's in the community. Everything's same face nowadays. Companies are scared to do different stuff because of what they'll get back, yet somehow the companies that charge $1,000 and $2,000 get lots of love when they do tunings that look nothing like what Chi-Fi Budget has to stick to for some reason. It's very weird, isn't it? Think about it. I'm not going to mention sets, but there's some that look on a graph like, oh my God, what is that? They sound awesome. And they're boutique companies that charge $1,000, $2,000 or more. They legit sound really good. Part of that's the quality of transducers. Other is because that tuning is jumping out at you because it's not like what you've got. However, when the budget section or Chi-Fi in general does that, they seem to get stepped on. So this set gets a video. Damn it. It's not like the 7Hz Zero. You've got that set already. It's not like the QKZ XPB. You probably got that set already. It's its own set. It's its own style of tuning. It's got its own good points and bad points. For $25, it's worth checking out what those good and bad points are for you as a listener with you and your library. That's my review. I feel kind of good. 3-4 years ago, I probably would have just not even thought about it and kept moving on, but so many earphones, so many similar tunings, so many things that sound essentially identical. It's hard to really do videos for them because I'm talking about a set I talked about a year ago. It's just a different color shell and a different company name. And you guys know it. So this is not that, and I would recommend it. So I'm out. And also there's the ARE Audio Neon Pro, which is a dope set. Again, sets to compare with that, let me know. Gotta be a commenter. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.